Any Given Sunday 9 comes to the London Music Hall for the very first time, and London has showed up despite winter weather today. I'm here with the head of production, Alan Taylor, and winter weather couldn't keep us away from this one. We had to do it in post, but we're going to get it done today as here comes Ethan Dukes.
Ethan Dukes is a promising young man out of the London area. He's been working his ass off the past couple of years. We've really seen this young man evolve, and I think he's really embracing the size advantage he has over a lot of the talent in the area.
The impressive thing about Ethan Dukes, Alan, is that he brings this wild man persona that just, it shows how unpredictable he can be, and at such a young age, that can be something that can work to your advantage against any opponent of any size. But he's got a big challenge tonight in the debuting Chili Brown. Chili Brown also from London, Ontario here. The Northern Wonder from the London, Ontario area showing up for his, his debut for a huge event, and the pressure is going to be on for sure for this young man. An interesting clash of styles, and definite fan favorite in Chili Brown here. Got that swagger going about him, but Ethan Dukes doesn't care about swagger. He just wants to punch in the face. We are underway with our opening contest here at AGS 9 from the London Music Hall. Chili Brown and Ethan Dukes tying up for the very first time, and we are on the way. Big power there from Ethan Dukes. Chili Brown not shook.
Huge show of strength.
When you're as big as Ethan Dukes and as young as Ethan Dukes, that power is not worn down by age, by time. So you've also got to take that into account, is that when you're that big and you're that strong, you are a very, very dangerous individual, and Chili Brown is seeing that firsthand with some massive shoves across the ring. Big side headlock shrugged off by the massive Ethan Dukes here.
Yeah, Chili Brown's going to have to come up with a different way of going about this. I don't think his traditional wrestling training is going to help him that much in a contest against Dukes.
I mean, Ethan Dukes brought a chain to the ring, but I don't think chain wrestling is his forte at this point. Chili Brown going to have to use that speed as he does. Oh my goodness, a float over into a backslide. I've never seen anything like that before. Big arm drag.
Yeah,
this is what Chili Brown...
Anyone that kind of models the in-ring style of a guy like Bruiser Brody, like, you don't want to be messing around with that guy with headlocks and takeovers.
Chili Brown absolutely needs to focus on using his speed and his evasive prowess, because otherwise, as you just saw, he's going to get punched in the mouth. Ethan Dukes going for a power slam there, but Chili slips behind. Oh my goodness! Ethan Dukes just fired Chili Brown across the ring.
We were talking about how he needs to use that speed and that flying advantage that he's got. Apparently Dukes scouted that too.
That backfired on him in spectacular fashion, Alan, as Ethan Dukes now using his head for a little more than thinking as he throws a massive headbutt into Chili Brown there. The London Music Hall loud for this opening contest as they want their local boy Chili Brown to pull this one out. Nothing fancy about that, just a forearm shiver. Ethan Dukes using his size and strength to slow Chili Brown down now. Massive chop by Ethan Dukes, and that one rang through the London Music Hall.
Just clubbing palm strikes to the chest.
Now this is a very bare-bones style from Ethan Dukes, but the thing is, when you keep it simple and it works, massive elbow, and he landed almost like with his hip across Chili Brown's face there. My goodness. Chili Brown now not giving up. He's got the resilience in his back pocket, but at the same time, resilience can only get you so far, Alan.
It may have been a little early for that pin attempt, but at the same time, Chili Brown, man, like he's taking a beating.
He's taking a beating, but he's definitely not giving up. You hear about it very often, about keeping that fight in the fight and keeping that dog in the fight. And Chili Brown, he's not letting Ethan Dukes. Now this is just straight up disrespect. There's nothing to be said about that but a boot to the face. And Ethan Dukes has those leather-soled boots. That can hurt. You hear the London Music Hall rallying behind Chili Brown there, putting their hands together. They want their hometown boy to pull this one out, but it's starting to look a little bleak as Ethan Dukes just grinds his shoulder into the midsection of the youngster.
Get him in the center, let's go.
Well educated and wearing down his opponents is Ethan Dukes. Interestingly, he doesn't seem to have picked a body part yet. Just simply having to go at anything.
It seems like he's going with an all-body approach at this point. It's just, instead of killing the body and the head follows, just take the whole damn thing out at once. But Ethan Dukes, despite the unpredictable look and nature of his presentation, he knows his way around a wrestling ring with a massive German suplex. And this is the time where you need to get Chili Brown on his shoulders, get him back in the ring, get that cover, because that could have been the final blow. Here we go, 1, 2, and a kick out by Chili Brown. Interesting selection there to hook the inside leg instead of the outside leg, so Chili Brown was able to get his shoulders underneath him and his hips popped out there. But Ethan Dukes going up for that power slam now. Chili Brown a little less fight than the last time he was in this position, but he's still elbowing out here.
And just hold on now. Elbows to the face and the head like it's nothing.
We need to wonder how much is actually getting damaged up there with Ethan Dukes. Yes, he's got a wrestling mind, but at the same time, there's not much brain to damage with some of these guys. Chili Brown firing up, though. The London Music Hall is firmly behind him. Boom! Big back elbow by Chili Brown, and this is his opportunity. You've got to stay on him, kid. Strike while the iron's hot. You've got the big man down, but don't let him get his wits about him here.
Yeah, this could be a mistake. He gets this big opening, he gets the guy off his feet, and the first thing he does is acknowledge his fans and the crowd. Beautiful.
Whoa, big splash though. Chili Brown has a lot of spring in those legs. He's got the opportunity to get high, and he uses it every chance he gets, and he comes down with authority on Ethan Dukes. Massive drop kick there. Ethan Dukes staggers. Ducks that big lariat. Oh my goodness, Chili Brown was caught. Uh-oh. And a massive power slam there after hitting the corner hard. 1, 2, that's going to do it. Ethan Dukes picks up the W after a hard-fought battle over the debuting Chili Brown.
Very impressive showing by both men, but at the end of the day, Chili Brown's biggest advantage he had was the ability to come at Dukes from different angles. And I think Dukes was ready for it. I think he expected it almost.
Well, Ethan Dukes also has the ability to absorb so much punishment and does so with such a business mentality that he's just looking to make a statement in Smash Wrestling. And the first show of the London Music Hall year has wrapped up here. Chili Brown getting some encouragement from the London audience, but I don't think we've seen the last of either of these gentlemen.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
No stranger to the Ontario professional wrestling scene, bitter Beaa has staked a claim on women's championships all across the province, and she looks to get one step closer to adding to her repertoire with the Smash Wrestling Women's Championship, and she looks to do so by getting a big win here in London.
Someone I've been looking forward to seeing in Smash Ring for a while. She seems almost happy to be here. Maybe not quite as bitter these days.
Well, Well, the issue with bitter Beaa Moss is she can change moods on a dime. I've seen it myself, so.
I see.
Now here comes a fan favorite that if we've ever had one now. Miley coming in with momentum and an almost victory over the Smash Wrestling Women's Champion at the end of last year, which puts her in a good position, but at the same time, she needs this big victory in order to stay in title contention. Unfortunately, I heard earlier today, Alan, that Miley is also battling a little bit of food poisoning, so we'll see if that has any effect on her in-ring performance today.
Anyone else I'd be saying it's getting your excuses in early, but you're right. Miley seems to be chipping away at the champion and slowly but surely getting her number. I don't think she needs to be making any excuses. And it's going to be an interesting test for her here against a young veteran in Beaa.
Well, when you say young veteran, my goodness, Beaa Moss, you never turn your back on an opponent, especially one as seasoned.
You're right.
Bitter Beaa Moss showing that she's not here to make friends. Oh my goodness! Miley's head right into that bottom turnbuckle.
Vicious curb stomp now.
Bitter Beaa Moss looking to make short work of Miley here. When in doubt, just throw some hands.
Just swing it. And one of them's going to hit.
Oh! A hip toss turned into a monkey flip there. Miley, big STO. She's looking to get this one over early. 1, 2, Beaa out though. Just at the count of 2. Miley does look a step slow, but she's not letting it stop her from getting in there and getting moving. But Beaa with a massive Samoan drop here. And this does have major implications on the Smash Wrestling Women's Championship scene. We also saw a huge match between Jody Threat and Taylor Wilde recently, and it's safe to say, Alan, that the Women's Championship scenario in Smash Wrestling is really heating up these last few months with such an impressive champion in Nikita.
Yeah, Nikita has lit a fire under the feet of a lot of women in the area. And
let's call it what it is. She's made them all angry.
Well, I don't think she did anyone any favors by deciding she was going to take a vacation. Said that there wasn't enough competition for her. Bold claim this early on in her championship reign. These girls are just beating the hell out of each other.
Hands being thrown, and Miley not going to take it. You know, she's smiley, she's friendly, she's lots of fun. But if you hit her hard enough, she's going to come back, and she's going to show you that she can do it too. With a big spin kick by Beaa now. Whoa! Double knees right to the mush of Miley, and this could be it too. Oh.
Nikita's going to be watching this, being thankful she's on that beach right now.
Well, the thing about Nikita is she absolutely studies, but at the same time, going on vacation so early in your reign, Alan, it could be a backfiring situation as these ladies are putting in the work.
It could, but the flip side to that is she's going to let these girls show everyone what they've got, and she's going to scout that too. You get in a match with any of these women, and you know Nikita's going to have their number. I think that's her game plan.
Side Russian leg sweep into a submission attempt there. Miley was able to roll Beaa onto her shoulders, which had her aborting that situation right away. 2 count here. Now Beaa Moss, she's just trying everything she can here. She's trying to make Miley, put as much energy into kickouts as possible, and setting her across. Big boot to the face, nothing pretty about that. Beaa hits the ropes, but takes a big lariat for her troubles, and here comes Miley. She's fired up. Oh. Not just fired Miley up, my goodness, another big lariat by the spunky challenger.
Yeah, I was going to call that a rookie mistake, but Miley did not care. Came straight back with it.
And just powers Beaa Moss up now. Oh, but falls straight backwards there into almost a modified reverse DDT, does Beaa Moss.
I think she was trying for a TKO, didn't have the leg strength to get her up. I think both of these women have kind of gone 110% from the out. You might be seeing a little bit of a result of that, a little bit of worn down, a little bit of tiredness.
That exhaustion absolutely kicking in now as both of these women have been going, like you said, 100 miles an hour since the start of this thing. But Miley with a German suplex there, bridges the hips, but Beaa just able to get out of that in the nick of time.
Another example, great form on the German, but didn't get the height I think she was trying for, didn't get the impact that she was hoping for.
And that's that lactic acid buildup. As you get deeper into this match, your muscles are going to start to seize up. As, oh, look out here, we've got a quick roll-up. Beaa using those long legs for that kick out there. Lots of authority behind that one. My goodness, Beaa just laying those knees in now. Drops Miley's face right on her knee. Oh, and then a famouser for her troubles. This could be it, too. Miley kicks out just in the nick of time. And this just goes to show how competitive the Smash Wrestling women's division is. You see international stars like Taylor Wilde coming in, Jody Threat, both who have been on national TV in recent times. Boom! A big spin wheel kick there from Beaa. Miley reaching for that rope almost instinctively, as it seems she has reached the limits on what she can handle. It may just be a matter of time where you can fight all you want, but at the end of the day, if you don't have the energy, you don't have the gas tank, then it's just time to call it a day. Another music hall crowd.
Yeah, I gotta say, so Casey, you're seeing the level of talent that's coming out of Ontario in the women's scene recently. It makes me real excited for the next iteration of Canusa. Oh, cover. Oh, and there we go.
That's a three, my goodness.
A shock at the end now. Yeah, as I was saying, like Canusa's looking like it could be pretty stacked on the Canadian side coming up with Nikita, Miley, Beaa, people like Taylor and Jody, like we talked about.
The question becomes, can they work together? Because at the end of the day, all these women are competing against one another. And Miley there with it was a modified almost fisherman's DDT into that cover. And Miley, despite being under the weather, has pulled it out today. And she looks one step closer to the champ.
Contest is scheduled for one fall.
Now this is a match that I am looking forward to. The inaugural Smash Wrestling champion, a perennial favorite at the London Music Hall, has arrived. Matt Cross is in the building. Now this is going to be an interesting contest, but also interesting that I was backstage with these guys, and Matt Cross got a chance to see his old friends Drago and Aerostar from the Lucha Underground days, and it put a little extra spark in Matt Cross, so he's in a great mood and ready to go tonight.
And we're expecting Carter Mason. This is not Mason.
Well, after that kick in the face from John Greed last night, I wouldn't be surprised if Mason's still somewhere licking his wounds, but what's Mark Wheeler doing here?
I'm not Carter Mason, okay? Listen. That's good! Listen! Is his excellent replacement. Yeah! Get ready! That's worth it. And I can't think of anything better to raise my stock than to be a former Smash champion in you, Matt Cross. I've been dominating the Ontario scene for 8 years now? You're in my territory. Hey, challenge is on. Get ready.
The Golden Gun Mark Wheeler calling a shot here against the inaugural Smash Wrestling champion, looking to make a statement. And Mark Wheeler is in probably the best shape he's ever been in his life, and this could be a massive win for him in the absence of the King of the North, Carter Mason, who, from what I hear, Alan, felt disrespected by Smash management and decided he just didn't want to show up.
I mean, that sounds like Carter Mason. I'll be honest, he's got a chip on his shoulder at the moment. London Music Hall is, they don't seem to be as convinced by Mark Wheeler's chances as he is.
Well, and that's the thing, is that many of Mark Wheeler's opponents and detractors are continuing to underestimate him, despite him doing some of the best work in his career. And this could be a great opportunity for him to make a statement, but at the same time, he has a very tall task ahead of him with the inaugural Smash champion.
Yeah, someone that's no stranger to having people try and make a statement against him and use him to raise their own stock. Not only the first Smash Wrestling champion, the first main event of Smash Wrestling. This gentleman built this company early days.
Oh, and a massive pump kick to the face, and Mark Wheeler starting to question his decisions early as these two are going at it full speed to get us started here. Dropping over from Cross there into an arm drag on Wheeler. A second arm drag there. Using his momentum against him. Wheeler goes for that roll up, but right into a knee to the jaw. This one could be over early at this point, Alan.
Yeah, you mentioned Lucha Underground earlier. There's a reason that Matt Cross fit in so well with that group over there. And Wheeler's experiencing that firsthand early in this match.
The definition of using speed and momentum to his advantage. Cartwheels off the ropes there. He's got Mark Wheeler all turned around with a massive spinning head scissors there. The London Music Hall firmly behind Matt Cross there. They know who they want for this one.
This young cameraman's been dropped in the deep end this show with matches like this one. Trying to follow the action, doing the best that he can, doing a good job, and would not want to put someone on the floor with Matt Cross in their first time.
Now this is why I don't work chest that often, Alan, because the bigger your chest is, the more that people like Matt Cross can hit it. And you can see that there as the welts start to accumulate on Mark Wheeler's chest. And just drops them. That's really all it takes sometimes, is just making sure that they remember that gravity exists. And that's what Mark Wheeler just did to Matt Cross there. Mark Wheeler, a lot like Beaa right now, not worried about making friends, but making statements as he makes this. He makes an example out of Matt Cross as he's got him on the ropes.
Well, you know what they say, like the crowd only has 50% of the booking power. Wins and management are the rest.
Wheeler using all of that 5 count a couple of minutes ago there, or a couple seconds ago, I should say, and now just burying his shoulder into Matt Cross. Back elbow, my goodness. Now Mark Wheeler, he's absolutely got all the talent in the world, but he takes these moments to jaw-jack with the crowd, and those are precious moments that you can't create distance against someone like Matt Cross, because the more distance Matt Cross has to work with, the harder he can hit you. Oh, just a snot rocket. The disrespect from Mark Wheeler, but a bow and then a roll-up. I don't think Mark Wheeler really thought that one out. As Matt Cross now has a chance to fire up here. Oh my goodness, and Mark Wheeler pulls the legs out of Matt Cross, a malfunction at the junction, and Matt Cross hits hard on that top turnbuckle, and Mark Wheeler firmly back in control.
I know you had a very different style when you were in the ring, Casey, but if you're in Matt Cross's shoes at this point, like, how do you start to build that momentum up? Surely that has to be the hardest part of, kind of getting started here, right? Getting the train moving, so to speak.
It's all about creating space. You need to make sure that you can put a little distance between yourself and your opponent, because with Matt Cross, speed is his key, and so speed and distance equals power. So if he can get moving and use that momentum, he can absolutely use that as weapons against a bigger opponent like Mark Wheeler here, who's just systematically breaking down Matt Cross, attacking the ankles, attacking the ribs. If you can't stand, you can't jump, and if you can't breathe, you can't move. So Mark Wheeler is just doing everything he can to overwhelm Matt Cross at this point, but taking a lot of time in between as well. Unbelievable. So the first time we see a high-flying move in this match, and it's Matt Cross on the receiving end, and it doesn't go well for Mark Wheeler as he misses that moonsault. And here comes Matt Cross, getting that distance. As you can see, he's getting those run-ups on those lariats. Big handspring back elbow. Slingshot using all of the ring into a splash, and Matt Cross is rolling. This is what we're talking about here, Alan.
Mark Wheeler decided he wants to play in the same realm as Matt Cross, and he's paying for that big time right now.
Stick to the strategy that got you to the dance, as a massive double stomp there. Boom! Matt Cross with a big kick. And we could be seeing the end of Mark Wheeler here, a standing moonsault. That's how you do a moonsault, Mr. Wheeler. Kicks out at 2, though, not quite where we need him yet. Mark Wheeler told me recently that he's been working more on his power. He's been lifting as heavy as possible so that he can kick out with more authority, and it showed there in that very close 2 count, but he's still got a lot of power in those shoulders. Mark Wheeler is not ready to give this one up just yet, but he's in there with a very, very game Matt Cross, who's looking to create that distance and create that final shot.
That's interesting, because he has a habit of rolling around Ontario with Jesse V, a huge mountain of a man. If Wheeler's working to build up his strength and his power too, those guys as a tag team in Smash Wrestling would be something to see.
Well, and that's another division in Smash Wrestling that's been really seeing a sign of life. Oh my goodness, a low blow from Mark Wheeler there, distracting the official. Going for that schoolboy. Could this be how he wins it? Dirty? No. Mark Wheeler now sends Cross in, but he slingshots back into a cutter out of nowhere. And that's what we're talking about there, is those last minute, those twitch muscles of Matt Cross. You never know where he's going to come from or what he's going to do, but we know what he does here. Massive shooting star press. He got all of it. Is this going to be it? 1, 2. Not your day. Mark Wheeler. Matt Cross picks up the win. Now we know Matt Cross does have unfinished business with the King of the North, Carter Mason, but he's also willing to take on all comers at all times, and he showed that here tonight with Mark Wheeler. We'll see where this business goes with Matt Cross and Carter Mason, but in the meantime, one of the Smash Wrestling Originals picks up a very big victory here at the London Music Hall. You've got to think too that Matt Cross overdue for another shot at the Smash Wrestling champion Kevin Bennett if he can survive Psycho Mike later tonight, but it's safe to say that the Smash Wrestling championship scene also heating up with a big win for a Smash Wrestling Original.
You may be wondering, what are we doing out here, and why do Books and Looks look so silly? Well, I took my boys out of their element because I'm the best manager ever, and I'm getting them ready to get in the mindset of one of the hardest hitting Buffalo plaid wearing tag teams in all of Canada, TDT.
And Miley, don't forget about the Wonderboys. We didn't forget about them either.
Rodney, it's the Wonderboys. You know, the high-flying tag team from Quebec. We gotta get ready for them.
Yeah, and don't worry, boys. I have an idea to get you in their element too. We'll be ready.
So whether you're a couple of high-flying croissants from Quebec or a couple of lumberjacks with terrible fashion sense, either way, after January 28th and 29th, they're both gonna be toast.
To get you in both TDT and the Wonderboys elements. You guys were flying high today.
Now I'm pretty sure we're ready for a big match at the Toronto Rec Room against the Wonderbreads.
The Wonderboys.
The Wonderboys.
And then that's January 28th. And then January 29th at the London Music Hall, we've got a triple threat tag against both the Wonderboys and TDT. I think we're ready.
And what are you gonna do, boys?
We're gonna kick some ass.
And you get the pin, better think fast.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is a triple threat tag team match, and it is for the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing the team of Double D,
A very impressive tag team out of Quebec, Allen, as the Wonderboys make their claim for the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Championships, or make their attempt. But not only do they have to deal with books and looks, but they also have to deal with Smash Wrestling's favorite Quebec sons and guys who they're no strangers to as well in TDT.
Huge test for books and looks.
It's very safe to say that it is a huge test, as they're not only dealing with one challenger this time around, they're dealing with two, which is something that they haven't had to deal with yet in their reign, as short as it may be. Favorites everywhere they go. TDT making a long awaited debut at the London Music Hall. They've never had an opportunity to join us in London, and now they are here and they are looking to take Smash Wrestling Tag Team Gold and become the kings of that mountain.
We've seen these guys go to war against the likes of the Super Smash Brothers. And also Mike and Braxton when they were together.
Definitely a resume that's very impressive, but this is a team that keeps getting better. The champion's on the way. The Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions, two fun-loving guys who love the opportunity to show off how much fun they like to have in and out of the ring. Conspicuous by her absence, Miley, who I believe was told to stay in the back, as this one could turn into a Pier 6 brawl with the teams that are involved, and it's better safe than sorry to keep her in the back, which is smart from Books and Looks, so it probably came from Grayson.
Not to mention that, but she was in her own little war earlier. And that, food poisoning, might be better to sit this out and watch it from the back, like you say. She's been working hard to get her boys ready, though.
Absolutely. Miley cannot be understated as a part of the Books and Looks package. The three of them together are an absolute unit, and they've been doing well at improving every single time they're out, because they adapt, they overcome. But there's a lot to overcome in this match, as Matthew St. Jacques and Thomas Dubois, well, they showed up in a grumpy mood to the London Music Hall. And the Wonderboys are a completely different threat, which means we've got an interesting three-way on our hands here.
Now, do you think that the Wonderboys are feeling a little bit disrespected here? Like, you've got Books and Looks, the hometown heroes, you've got TDT, like you said, favorites everywhere they go. Wonderboys did not get the reception I think that they felt they deserved when they came in here. And, like, these guys can go. They took Books and Looks, they took them to the wire. in Toronto. Very capable team.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the Wonderboys are feeling a little underestimated here, and they may actually use that to their advantage to sneak up and to pull out a victory from behind. But they're going to have to go through a lot to get there, because obviously, as you can see here, Rodney Matthews tying up with Matthew St. Jacques. And a massive tackle there. St. Jacques, a big man, but deceptively fast for his size. We've seen him take to the skies in the past, and right now he's just taking Rodney Matthews down any chance he gets and keeping the Wonderboys on their toes at the same time.
Yeah, Thomas Dubois, he towers over most of his opponents, but the offense that he has, it's uncanny. It's like a creative wrestler where you want the biggest guy in the game, but you want to give him Rey Mysterio's moveset. There's
that tag team ability as Books and Looks there using the momentum against Thomas Dubois. And a massive body slam there. Into a leg drop, rolls Grayson back, rolls Matthews back, apologies. And massive slam there. We could be looking at a quick night here for TDT. No.
Both the Wonderboys there ready to try and duck and break that up if that's what it took. Looking sneaky on the outside there.
Yeah, not standing in the corner as a tag team would. They're standing almost on the outside. Out of sight, out of mind, I think is what they're going for here. Is TDT just throwing their weight around. This is a smart strategy from the Wonderboys as well, is let the other two teams wear each other out, because if you don't have to expend any energy, then all you need to do is just let this happen. And TDT is rolling now. Uh-oh. I guess that strategy doesn't really work if you get caught. We've got quite the sandwich going in the corner of the ring here. And a massive avalanche there. One comes out for a clothesline. Squish. Another out for a clothesline. Squish. Another out for a clothesline. Making short work of all four competitors in this match. TDT is rolling in this Smash Wrestling. Fans love it at the London Music Hall. This is an interesting situation. We have not seen this before, where Books and Looks aren't the odds-on favorites of the crowd here, and both members of TDT get pulled out of the ring. The Wonderboys now starting to get rolling. Hitting the ropes, massive double dive, and everyone goes down. The Wonderboys showing what they're here to do. My goodness.
Stereo dives there, Yanpike straight towards the camera. Dylan Donovan heading out towards the entrance. Now looking for a double team.
Now Donovan's got a little bit more of a grounded style than Pike, but when Pike gets to the air, he is amazing as this huge swanton bomb on Grayson. And you need to cover a split-legged moonsault. Now's the time. Get on Grayson here. 1, 2.
Impressive combination from the Wonderboys onto the champions. Almost like a twist on the better bang for your buck that we've seen from the Young Bucks over the years.
That combination offense, it does work as long as you're able to follow it up with a proper tag or a proper pinfall as quickly as possible here. As the Wonderboys now starting to show what they can do in there as speed, distance, power. It happens every single time. Michael Grayson's in deep waters right now. This is not the first time he's been there, but it's never fun for him, I'm sure. Just a massive punch there.
Where's the cameraman? Let's take a picture.
Oh, and see, here's the thing now is that as good as the Wonderboys are, they're always looking for that spotlight. They're looking for that exposure, and you just heard it there. Where's the cameraman? Let's take a photo. Not the time to take photos. It's time to win championships, Alan. I spoke with Michael Grayson after their last tag title defense, and I said, what's the one thing that you would do less of if you could? And he said, it's coming back from behind. It seems like Michael Grayson's on the receiving end of a large amount of beatings, but they always seem to turn it out. So we'll see how Books and Looks is able to adapt here against two massive teams for the challenge here. Oh my goodness. Oh, a big boot here, and this could be it for the champions. No. My goodness, just steps on the fingers. And you know,
Like you said,
TDT doesn't
we've seen
like...
Grayson in this position before. The advantage with this, in a traditional tag team match, is if he can make it to his opponent, and he does have the resilience to make that happen, you've got a very fresh, very powerful, opponent coming into it. But this isn't a normal tag team match. This is a triple threat. Both of TDT look very fresh right now.
That's very true. So it actually, instead of cutting the ring in half, the Wonderboys have had to cut the ring into thirds because Michael Grayson could go for Roddy Matthews, but he could in desperation also go to TDT. They just need to keep an eye out that TDT doesn't steal the titles without even pinning the champions. Same with the Wonderboys. This match is one fall to a finish, a traditional tag team match as opposed to an elimination. So that also raises the stakes. If Michael Grayson gets tagged out here and they're not involved in the pinfall, they could still lose their championships. Michael Grayson doing what he does though, showing the resilience. My goodness! A malfunction at the junction as the Wonderboys slingshot double back elbow, and Michael Grayson has all kinds of options. He's got to tag out. Did I just hear Rodney Matthews call him Books? Do they call each other Books and Looks?
I mean, we know that Rodney Matthews is the brawn of the team.
Definitely not the brains, that's correct. Big enziguri here, Michael Grayson going for that tag. Oh my goodness, but out of nowhere, Donovan pulls him off the apron, and all of a sudden, Michael Grayson, backs out, and a big tag. TDT is in the match, we just saw it here. And here we go, Thomas Dubois is rolling. Northern Light suplexes all around, just hurling bodies. And the London Music Hall loves it. Oh my goodness, is he going to do what I think he's about to do? Are we about to see a double Northern Light suplex taking out the trash? And Books and Looks need to be careful here because, again, we don't want to see them lose the titles without even being involved in the decision, but it very well could happen with the way that TDT is rolling right now against the Wonderboys.
Oh, Jan Pike's getting punished here. He's not going to like this.
That's a lot of man on that middle rope. Big knee drop there, a form of the demolition decapitation. Oh my goodness, and Rodney Matthews just makes the save in the nick of time, and that could be to his peril as he gets pitched out of the ring.
He needed to do that though. Both shoulders are destroyed on that move. I don't know if Jan was going to be able to kick out in time.
Oh, my goodness. Michael Grayson, who hasn't had much time to recover, just took a kick directly in the mush.
He should have let it happen.
And now he's... Oh my goodness, everybody goes down. A massive powerbomb. Michael Grayson becomes a weapon against every other competitor in this match, including... Oh my goodness, what's going to happen here? That's a big man on the top rope. A massive moonsault, and everyone is out here. And the front row at the London Music Hall gets a treat in the form of TDT boots right near their faces.
Those VIP tickets paying off.
You go home with a signature card, and then you also end up with a boot print right on your forehead. Now this is where TDT is most comfortable. This is broken down. This is a brawl, and this is what TDT does best. Hopefully the cameraman can keep up with the action.
Good luck. This is bar fight style.
Now this is interesting to see because Books and Looks, they are trying, or at least Rodney Matthews is, to throw hands. Oh my goodness! And we talk about the VIP tickets paying off. A big chop from a local fan. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Fans, you should never touch the wrestlers, I guess unless you're invited.
I mean, the rule is the rule, but if Matthew St. Jacques tells me to do something, I'm doing it.
I mean, I'm not going to say no. Big boot to the gut of Michael Grayson. The referee looks a little lost at this point, Alan. Not entirely sure how to get this match rolling again. Oh my goodness. Sweater vest over the face. Oh my goodness. This is completely broken down here. The London Music Hall fans in the front row getting Books in the lap. Big chop. This is just a Pier 6 downtown London brawl at this point, and let's remember that you can't win the titles on the outside of the ring. I don't speak French, Alan, but I know that's not a good word.
He's upset about something, that's for sure.
Nice to see an empty ring. The referee desperately trying to get these men back into the ring so that we can get some semblance of sanity.
I think I just saw Yankai trying to run to the back.
Do you blame him? Big super kick there.
No, but he's leaving his partner here.
Whoa!
He's doing great though.
Dylan Donovan using momentum to his advantage, but he doesn't realize that there is a large Frenchman behind him. And now he's going for it. Oh, there goes his necklace. This is absolute chaos for the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Championships here.
As if it wasn't dangerous enough down there.
We've got a lot of men here gathering at the entrance. Oh my God! Hold on here! Air Pike out of nowhere, taking everyone out, and we are seeing all kinds of bowling here at the London Music Hall as all these men have fallen. At this point, it's who can get up and who can get pinned.
He just flew like 10 feet from the stage.
That's not something you see every day, but now TDT back in the ring. Both members of the Wonderboys. A massive knee to the face. A whisper in the wind is caught. Uh-oh. Oh my God. One member of the Wonderboys used as a weapon on the other. That's why you don't jump at TDT, because if they catch you, you're in a different kind of trouble. Taking a lot of time on that middle rope there. Stereo kicks here. Oh my God, Dylan Donovan with that double stomp right to the back. This could be it, 2. Oh my goodness, I thought we had new champions for a second there.
Frustration setting in. I don't blame him. How close can you get?
Well, and with the crowd at a fever pitch here at the London Music Hall, and those pressures, those bright lights, and the fact that you've already failed to take the Tag Team Championships once, what do the Wonderboys need to do? Massive double DDT, and there is a large Frenchman on the top rope once again. Oh my goodness. Books and Looks seem to have become a non-factor in this match as we see Michael Grayson slowly recovering. Just long enough to be pitched into the turnbuckles. And I fear the same for Rodney Matthews as he takes the other turnbuckles, the other side, and there go the shirts. The shrieks of the ladies of the London Music Hall as TDT have disrobed here. It's hard to think at this point that we aren't going to... Oh my goodness, a low bridge by Matthews. Hold on here. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, that was close. We almost had new tag team champions.
Excellent tag team wrestling there.
And ring awareness as well, as the Wonderboys showing that they do have those tandem offense. Hold on now, we saw Rodney Matthews, he blind tagged in here. Oh my goodness, everybody's flying at everybody. There's miscommunications galore, and Rodney Matthews with those massive point of the elbows. He's just throwing elbows at everything that moves. Michael Grayson better be careful. Rodney Matthews feeling it now as he's rolling both sides of the ring, pillar to post. Sending Pike in. Oh my goodness, Pike and Donovan down with the same move there, a Bulldog Lariat combination. Rodney Matthews fired up at the London Music Hall. And now Michael Grayson on his way in, still quite groggy though. Oh, a big super kick there.
Yan Pike's had strikes on point all match.
Michael Grayson is in trouble here. Oh my goodness, hold on. Using that momentum. Grayson almost took out his own partner with that maneuver there. Boom, there it is. 1, 2, 3, and Books and Looks pull it out after an impressive performance by all three teams. Still your Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
That was a hell of a match.
All three of these teams will wake up tomorrow feeling this one, as the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions pulled that one out by the skin of their teeth. Oh my goodness.
Hold on.
Boys, change your ankle and got smacked it up. Change your look. You guys won the fight. You're the Smash Tag Team Champions. You won the fight, but you didn't pin TDT Collins. So, just so you guys know, we're coming for those collies. All the collies say in Tabarnak de Bonnie. Soyez prêts, hostie.
A big statement from TDT. Books and Looks have won the battle, but this is just beginning as a sign of respect is shown. I believe Books and Looks have earned the respect of TDT, but they've also become on the radar of one of the most popular teams in Smash Wrestling history. I don't think we've seen the last of these two teams going head to head, Alan.
A collision course, 100%. Sooner or later, that's going to boil over.
On the road, it's just me in that driver's seat. In complete control, on a path of peace. In the midst of all the chaos, I'm fighting to show that not only can I survive, I can take control of this world too. They call me the driver, and soon enough, they'll call me a champion. Time takes everyone out. It's do or die. And I haven't died yet.
Weighing at 200 pounds, the
Now, Alan, this is a man that comes in with a lot of hype and a lot of mystery as the driver, Joe Demaro, never seen by the Smash Wrestling audience before, but he comes in with a lot of hype, but there's no telling what this guy's capable of because, candidly, a lot of people have never seen him do what he does before.
Exactly, Joe Demaro, we've heard his name, we've seen the vignettes. Here he is making his in-ring debut, though.
Some would say that he's got a very strong advantage here because it's very hard to scout for someone that you've never seen before, and whoever his opponent is going to be, they're going to have an uphill battle against a man like the driver.
Exactly. Let's see who signed up. Oh, well then.
Alan, he's back, and the music hall is coming unglued once again.
Excellent. You know, when I was stuck at home, I got the message. I did hear that Jake something was not able to make it because of the storm, just like myself. It's good to see that Brent made it, though, and he's looking for a fight.
This is the epitome of card subject to change. Brent Banks, after almost 3 years of absence, returns to Smash Wrestling and has to change his strategy on the fly as he was set to take on a massive Jake something, and now he's taking on the driver in his Smash Wrestling debut.
And it's interesting, I heard a couple of people ask if I thought that Brent Banks might have ring rust. I don't think so. I think this guy has wrestling running through his blood. But the exact opposite, Joe Demaro has been working his ass off the past 3 years, making his name for himself whilst Brent Banks has been away.
I've got goosebumps, as I always do when Brent Banks makes his entrance, especially with an eager London Music Hall crowd welcoming him home. And this is going to be an absolute barn burner. Brent Banks in phenomenal condition. Now the driver, Joe Demaro, in a bit of a disadvantageous position here as he's taking on one of the massive favorites, and Brent Banks is officially back.
Said though, the driver, he made it very clear when he was talking to vignettes, like he's been watching, he's been keeping an eye on a lot of wrestling, and Smash Wrestling especially. You cannot watch Smash Wrestling and miss Brent Banks, so he knows what Brent brings to the table. He's not going to take him lightly.
Brent Banks, absolutely one of the pillars of Smash Wrestling, and we said it when he came back. One of the biggest questions that we've been getting is, when is Brent Banks coming back? Well, it's finally happening here, and he's got himself a very interesting challenge ahead of him. Both men are going to be looking to make a statement, get a win, and get back on the course towards the Smash Wrestling Championship, something that has eluded Brent Banks in the 10-year history of Smash.
Brent Banks, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, but my lord, it looks like he's in phenomenal shape. And it doesn't look like he's missed a step.
Quick as a spring there, Brent Banks. He knows it's just muscle memory at this point. If there's any ring rust, it'll be shaken off very, very quickly. I wouldn't be shocked if it was shaken off on the stage. But the driver, oh my goodness, showing a little bit of speed and agility of his own and then just yanking the hair.
Yeah, he matched Brent Banks there, pace for pace.
Now, Joe Demaro also in excellent shape and clearly has the ability to move at a quick pace, so I feel like this is going to be a match that you're going to have to keep your eyes on because it could end at any time. Whoa! Massive knife edge chop there. Brent Banks, I'm sure he missed the London Music Hall crowd almost as much as they missed him. Classic Brent Banks there. Backflip off the top, crossbody, 1, 2, no. The driver gets out the back door.
He's a real human being.
Brent has had a little bit of time to prepare for this matchup, but he was preparing for a much bigger opponent. It appears like he's bulked up in order to match Jake Something's speed and strength. So it'll be interesting to see how he adapts in this situation. So far, so good, but the driver taking a little breather here. You got to get out of bed a little bit earlier than that, as Brent Banks puts it in reverse. Safe to say that Brent Banks is feeling it right now, Alan.
Yeah, you can see him hitting his stride.
Well, you can prepare for a wrestling match all you want, but when someone kicks you in the knee, there is no preparing for that. As the driver now leaning into the mocking of the London Music Hall fans. And this is smart. Go after the legs of Brent Banks. Take away that vertical base, because a lot of what Brent Banks does happens in the sky. And if you don't have the knees to do it, he could be spoiling a homecoming here.
Yeah, there's a lot riding on this match, Casey. Brent Banks with his big debut after 3 years, but, you know, Demaro here with a big debut of his own. Neither man wants to leave losing this match.
Both of these men have a lot to lose and even more to gain, and it's an interesting dynamic. You don't see it very often, but with someone like Brent Banks, who is a staple of Smash Wrestling, and the driver who is a newcomer but looking to become a staple, there's a lot on the line in this matchup. Oh, back elbow right to the forehead of Brent Banks. As the driver hits the ropes, drop kicks that knee, and Brent's in trouble. The London Music Hall crowd here just urging Brent Banks on.
Very smart targeting from Demaro as well.
You can definitely tell that the driver has done his homework, but he wasn't expecting to wrestle Brent Banks either, so it's interesting that he's been able to adapt his style to take out the knees of Brent Banks, as opposed to maybe a more powerful opponent, whoever he was scheduled to face. The match obviously changed. We're here now, and both men doing everything they can to adapt to that. Not just targeting the knee, but targeting that entire lower leg, knee, ankle, foot, toes, every part. Brent Banks trying to roll up a quick win here. Oh. And a quick boot to the face there. As much as it's good news to target those knees, sometimes you just need to kick a man in the face and remind him who you are.
Very impressive.
Getting under the skin of the London Music Hall here. Not necessarily a good idea, because I would say that the London Music Hall has some of the most passionate Smash Wrestling fans, and they're a little bit grumpy with the snowstorm that they had to endure on the way up. Now the driver just slowing the pace down now, wearing Brent down, making him use that damaged leg.
Yeah, it's a very, very smart wrestling style that the driver's demonstrating here. Shows that he can fly, and he can move, and he can be quick, but slowing it down, working on the knees, the perfect point to kind of work on with someone like Brent, who relies on that leapfrog, that leaping ability that he has.
Oh, you can tell Brent Banks, his leg is hurting there. The arrogance of the driver almost cost him there, but all of a sudden, back to the knee, and the driver's back in the driver's seat. Pardon the pun. Now Demaro here, looking to bring Brent Banks up to the high rent district here and spoil the homecoming. Now this is where it starts to get a little interesting, Alan, as we get deeper into this match. Does Brent Banks still have that famous endurance, that famous gas tank that he's known for? Driver here looks like he's trying to set up a superplex. Oh my goodness, a massive forearm. The driver goes down. Brent Banks now in a very comfortable position. We've seen him on this top rope many a times, often to a very high advantage. Here he comes, big crossbody off the top, but Brent Banks can't follow up with a cover. The London Music Hall is buzzing here as Brent Banks starting to feel it from the Smash Wrestling faithful. The question becomes how much damage has been done to that knee. You can see Brent trying to get a little bit of blood flowing to that lower leg.
Get in there, money. You got him.
Joe Demaro now fires a shot off, but it misses. Brent Banks just throwing hands. It's got him now. Oh, big 3 shots there. Brent Banks starting to feel it here, testing that leg out, putting a little bit more weight on it here. The driver hits. Oh, we've got a leapfrog. We've got a backflip. We've got a drop kick. Brent Banks is back, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know how much that hurt him, but he was willing to kind of go through that. That's his signature offense, and he knows that that's what he needs to get the momentum on the side again.
Alan, that was a statement piece. And Brent Banks takes to the sky with a tope suicida. His knee may be hurting, but at the same time his adrenaline is pumping. He'll deal with the sore knee later. In the meantime, classic Brent Banks here as he gets the driver back into the ring, and it could just be a matter of time. Brent Banks picks him up. Are we going to see? Boom! Blue Thunderbomb. There it is. 1, 2. Oh, just missed on the kick out there. Now, credit to the driver. Brent Banks has thrown some signature offense at him here, put him in some deep waters, and the driver was able to kick out. This match not over yet, and both men are starting to feel the effects of this one.
It's not, but you can see Brent put everything into that combination, and now that it's not paid off, it's I think the reality's hitting him a little bit.
Well, and this is a situation Brent Banks hasn't had to deal with for a very long time. What do I need to do? How do I need to beat this man? And this is where you start to plan, you start to strategize. What's going to be my final blow? And will it be enough? As the driver goes up and over here, hits the ropes. Going for that knee once again. Oh, and just a kick to the ear of Brent Banks. Joe Demaro hitting the ropes, sending Banks off. And a massive lariat there. Interesting how Demaro used the ropes to set up Brent Banks and almost get the 3 count.
He was so intent on hooking that leg, though, he forgot about that left shoulder of Brent, that onside shoulder.
That's the problem. The legs are only part of the pin. The whole point of a pinfall is to put your opponent's shoulders on the mat. So if your center of gravity is too low, it makes it very easy for your opponents to get that shoulder up. London Music Hall fans having some fun with the driver moniker, but that could just be angering Joe Demaro further as we see, sidestep by Banks, sidestep by the driver. Boom! Massive spine buster. Joe Demaro showing some power here as Brent Banks stacked up, and we've got ourselves an STF. Could this end in a submission? Brent Banks' big return spoiled by a tap out? Banks reaching for those ropes, though. He's very close.
It's that left knee that's being cranked by this as well.
The left knee is there. Brent Banks reaching out the left arm, but Demaro grabs the arm, traps it. We've got ourselves a pivot into almost an STF into a crossface, but Brent Banks gets the right arm to the ropes. And Demaro going to have to break it here, but he's using all of that 5 count to get as much damage as he can here.
Worked in his favor. Brent's struggling.
We are into the deep waters of this match. Both men are feeling it. Demaro in slightly better repair at this point, but Brent Banks has been in this position time and time again and knows how to use the momentum, the passion of the crowd to make his comeback. Don't count the man out, but at the same time, it has been 3 years, Alan. There's a massive crossface there. hooking the arms here. Perhaps going for a tiger driver, but Brent Banks catching some damage here. Demaro going for that spike DDT, but gets sent into the corner. Brent Banks creating some space. Always a good spot to be in for Brent. Oh my goodness, a spinning knee. Caught him right on the jaw. That was the off button. But a massive drop kick there. Great height from the driver. He's got a pair of legs on him. He just doesn't like to use them for much more than changing gears.
You gotta wonder if that knee of Brent, if it was 100%, if he could have been a little quicker off the hop of that knee strike.
Absolutely. Now the driver going for that lariat again. Brent Banks ducks underneath. Springboard into a cutter out of nowhere. Brent Banks using the entire ring. He's got him up and he takes him down. Could this be it? Brent Banks with the cover. 2. That's it. The return of Brent Banks outlasts the debut of the driver.
That scoop driver of Brent Banks, it was very successful in the past. Successful again in his return here. Can't wait to
Safe to say, the one-man dynasty has returned, and with the feeling, the vibe that he got from the Smash Wrestling faithful, there is no doubt that we will see Brent Banks again soon. An amazing showing by the driver, Joe Demaro, as well. We'd love to see him back, see him in a Smash Wrestling ring, but you just can't stop the return of a man like Brent Banks in a situation like this. You can see it there. Brent Banks knows he was in a war, showing some quiet respect to the driver. He got that 3 count. Incredible return for the one-man dynasty. An incredible showing for the driver, Joe Demaro. It'll be good to see both of these two back in a Smash ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, tricksters and scamps, deviants, rogues, misfits and crabs, to the unique and entering, here we go! Welcome to the show!
Now here is a man that defies explanation, to say the least.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the TNT Championship. Introducing first, from his traveling carnival, weighing in at a spectacular 209 pounds, he's the reigning and defending TNT champion, Mr. Crowley.
Being accompanied to the ring by Sebastian the Monkey. Wait for it. The TNT World Champion, Mr. Charles Crowley. And with this defense of the TNT World Championship, it becomes an official World Championship being defended on Canadian soil. This is going to be an interesting clash of styles because you have the human wrecking ball that is Shigehiro Irie versus the
Strange.
indescribable imp. Yes, strange is a good word for it. Mr. Charles Crowley. I don't think he lives in our world, Alan. I think he's in his own kind of world here. And that could make for a very interesting clash of styles as Shigehiro Irie looks to add some gold to his resume. two men. First time matchup for both of these men, and Charles Crowley told me earlier today, after calling me dear, that he was looking forward to this one. I think he's going to live to regret those words.
Already teasing Irie.
Now that's one thing you don't want to do, no matter how smart you are and how on top of things you think you are. Teasing a man like Irie is not the way to go.
Crowley, in a lot of his matches, he's deceptively tall, he's very well built, but Irie is just like a brick wall here.
Well, even the last time that we saw Mr. Charles Crowley in September, which was the same time that we saw Shigehiro Irie, both men seem to have put on some size as Mr. Charles Crowley coming in at 205 pounds, but there's a lot of dense muscle fiber there. Now, it'll be interesting to see which style prevails here, whether it'll be the chaos of Mr. Charles Crowley or the rough and tumble, hard-nosed style of Irie. Shrieking like a monkey.
A power wrestler that already seems a little confused by Mr. Charles Crowley here.
Well, I don't remember the last time that Irie got someone in the corner and they started screaming at the top of their lungs, although I'd imagine it happens more often than you'd think. Crowley here seems to be offering Sebastian the Monkey to Irie. A peace offering. Interesting. Will Irie accept the gift is the question. Oh. Crowley going for some kicks there, finally succeeds with one. Irie a little confused, not sure what to do here as he's still holding Sebastian the Monkey.
Crowley said that it looks like a boo from Aladdin playing into Irie's a complete love of all things Disney.
Which
seems to have won him over, but I don't know if it's going to help him.
It counts as scouting, but now Sebastian the Monkey seems to be a tag team partner for Irie. Irie seems to enjoy the monkey. It would appear at this point, Alan, that Crowley's plan worked, I think.
Has it? Has it worked?
I'm not sure what the plan was entirely outside of giving Irie a gift, but at the same time, he's still got limbs that he can throw. And Sebastian's legs have now fallen off. Really making sure that he stays decent. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Uh-oh. And Crowley taking the potato bug maneuver. A little confused at what he's supposed to do in this situation, clutching Sebastian the Monkey, looking at a man who's like a turtle on his back. And Mr. Charles Crowley showing that he is quite deceptive there as he pulls Irie in, who is still clutching Sebastian the Monkey. Oh my goodness. And a big draping clothesline there, using the ropes to his advantage. Charles Crowley with a big leg drop here, and this is where you need to be careful with Crowley because he is a very capable competitor, despite all the shenanigans, the mind games, the monkeys. Oh no.
Now it's Crowley's turn to be distraught.
I mean, poor Sebastian not having a good night as his limbs are falling off. He was clutched by a large Japanese man for about 10 minutes. And somehow Crowley in full control. He slowed Irie down. Negated that power difference.
His magic got to you, didn't it? His magic got to you.
Well, if there was ever any doubt about magic in the world of professional wrestling, Sebastian is proof that magic exists. As Mr. Charles Crowley going for that 2 count now.
It's going to take a lot more than that to take. Oh.
Whoa! A twisting attack there. And every single pinfall.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a lot to keep Irie down. But,
it absolutely is, but with every kick out, Irie has a little less energy in the tank. As Mr. Charles Crowley going up apparently for a moonsault. We saw how that worked out earlier for Mark Wheeler. And no one home, and that's 0 for 2 on the moonsaults tonight. Not a good night for the moonsault. Big black hole slam, and Irie now is in full control. That's a lot of man to be going up to the top rope, Alan.
We could be seeing a new TNT champion here.
Oh my goodness, we could be seeing a stain on the mat in the form of Charles Crowley as he just gets out the back door there.
And we know TNT would love to get that belt off Mr. Charles Crowley. Making it a world championship is wonderful, but I have a feeling that the company would much rather be represented by someone like Shigehiro.
There is no doubt about that. There's been some statements made about Mr. Charles Crowley as he goes for Sebastian and ends up on his head with a massive Saito suplex. Now, this is where Shigehiro Irie shines. Once everything else has gotten out of the way, once the momentum starts, Irie gets a chance to get moving. Massive cannonball in the corner. At one time called the Control-Alt-Delete. This could be it for Charles Crowley. Oh, just gets out the back door there. Irie now throwing everything he's got at Mr. Charles Crowley, but I think he's underestimated the resilience of this impish fella in the terms of Charles Crowley. He calls himself another word, but I don't like that word, so we're just going to avoid that one. Oh my goodness, tilt-a-whirl, merry-go-round body slam by Charles Crowley. That's just going to get a 2 count, made famous by Norman Smiley. Charles Crowley screaming at the referee as we get a best moonsault ever, and that one lands. Could this be it? 1, 2, no! Irie gets that shoulder up.
Absolutely incredible sequence. Excellently executed. Not quite missed it.
Credit to Crowley, this has been a much closer matchup than I anticipated that it would be. Not to say that he's not a capable performer, but when you're going against a wrecking ball like Shigehiro Irie, the fact that he's been able to actually hang in has been very impressive. Those trading blows, probably not the wisest. For every 2 or 3 for Crowley, it's 1 for Irie. My goodness. You don't want to trade shots with a guy like Irie. Oh my goodness, and Crowley does what Crowley does and just goes straight to the eyes. No doubt learned that in the carnival days. And here he goes. When he gets cooking, Irie's got movement. Boom! Massive lariat. This could be it. 1, 2, no! Crowley just gets out at the last second. Fans at the London Music Hall are shocked at this turn of events. They expected that to be it as well.
Very impressive to see Crowley kick out of that, but Irie first to his feet.
It just goes to show that under all the pageantry, Crowley does take a lot of pride in being that TNT champion. He wants to keep that as a float-over DDT, but that thick neck of Irie, he's just DDTing himself now, Alan.
Yeah, he is not phased.
Oh my God. Using his head as a weapon now. Hold on. Crowley's got Sebastian the Monkey. Irie trying to save him here. And we have a tug of war over Sebastian the Monkey. Which of course Irie won, although it appears that they each came away with half. Oh my goodness, a somersault cannonball right to the back of Charles Crowley there. And here he goes. Oh, come on. My goodness, out of nowhere. And the 3 count. Sebastian the Monkey was a factor after all, as Charles Crowley is able to pull one out at the very last second. He has been in a fight. Relatively surprising turn of events as Mr. Charles Crowley still the TNT World Champion despite the onslaught from Shigehiro Irie.
Why not? You see that, TNT? You're champion.
Giving a shout out to TNT there.
A successful defense, but physically, man, that's going to be a rough, very rough turn. Heading back onto playing is going to be feeling this one.
Definitely not without his battle scars as he heads to the back there. A victorious Mr. Charles Crowley, who now becomes 3-1 in the Smash Wrestling ring. And we hope to see Shigehiro Irie again soon as both men put on a phenomenal performance.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Now, Alan, this is a match that I am looking forward to. The high-flying stars of AAA in Mexico.
A classic Lucha Libre showcase here.
Alan, we are lucky that with the weather being what it was, the fire marshal wasn't able to get out. I don't think that was cleared with the venue, but Aerostar making a flashy entrance to the London Music Hall here.
I had to beg him not to do that in the rec room.
Well, the rec room's mostly wood. That probably would have turned out horribly.
It's a heritage building. Someone would have had a heart attack.
Now, this is just a match that's been seen before, but every single time it's been done differently, and I expect no less tonight as Drago makes his way to the ring. As he comes to the ring there, the amazing presentation of both Drago and Aerostar, and such a treat for both of these men to bring their international flavor to Smash Wrestling in the London Music Hall. This is the international flavor that we come out for time and time again.
Exactly. Lucha Libre showcase match. As you alluded to, these two men know each other very well. We're going to see some incredible action here. Innovative work as well, stuff that's not typically seen in this area.
Lucha Libre!
And London's ready for it.
London showed up for this event, and no doubt at all that the stars of AAA coming to town was part of the reason for that, as Aerostar and Drago are about to tie up here at the London Music Hall. We talked about it. These men know each other very well, being both partners and opponents on many occasions here, but every single time adapting, changing their styles, and doing everything they can as we start with some solid grappling here. Drago picks the leg. Gets behind Aerostar and into almost a surfboard here. Grabs the headlock. Aerostar rolls out, traps an arm, goes for a quick cover. And we have our first standoff here at the London Music Hall, showing their approval.
Very interesting Lucha Libre. It's not just the style of wrestling that's different, the pace, the way that the match flows. It's very much. It's like comparing different dance styles, different styles of music.
Absolutely, and you're going to see things here that you won't see anywhere else on this show, and it's impressive to see how these guys move and adapt and almost flow from move to move here. And the London Music Hall in for a treat here, as they've got two guys that do it better than anybody in that ring.
Casey, in your career, have you faced luchadors? Like, have you faced traditional Mexican wrestlers?
I never had an opportunity. It was always a goal to get down to Mexico, and it wasn't one that came to fruition. But candidly, I'm glad that I haven't, because I know that they would have just ran circles around me. So,
yeah, these guys are fast.
The speed is it's like, and it's funny because you look at these guys and you think that they're fast, but then you see it in action and you see it actually in front of your very own eyes, and it's even faster than you thought it was when you watch it on television. As the fans are chanting, "This is wrestling." Aerostar looking for a way out here as he's got a reverse figure four. All he can do is get to the ropes. Drago has to release the hold. This match is always about a feeling out process at the beginning. It's going to be a slower pace, but as it builds, you'll see that they're quick as a whip. Sweeps the leg there, Aerostar. Quick arm drag out of nowhere there, and Aerostar returns the favor there. Stereo arm drags. And the luchador arm drag is much deeper. It comes from the wrist more so than the elbow or even the armpit, and causes a lot more torsion on the entire arm.
It's interesting. You alluded earlier to a high flyer, a fast-paced wrestler wants to create space so they can build that speed, they can build that momentum. We're seeing it time and again with these gentlemen already. As soon as there's a break in momentum, they take a second to step back and create that space together, get going again. And Drago now is insisting that shot was in the inner thigh.
That looked a little higher than the inner thigh to me. Aerostar is he's not favoring his inner thigh right now, Alan, but Drago insisting that that's where the kick landed. As we see this back and forth. Drop down by Aerostar now. And Drago, if it was the inner thigh, Aerostar wasn't able to pop up as quick as he'd have liked there. Arm drag, float over. Aerostar takes a tackle, quick one count there. It's all about just wearing your opponent down. Leg sweep by Drago, rolls him back to his feet. Aerostar answers with an arm drag here. I'm not going to be able to keep up with this, Alan, with the cover here. My goodness.
I don't know if Matt's going to be able to keep up with this either.
We're starting to see that there's a separation between the two here, as Aerostar getting the better of that exchange.
Yeah, Drago seems to be showing his frustrations on his sleeve a little more.
Definitely the poker face broke a little bit more, now going for a handshake, interestingly enough. The London Music Hall doesn't think it's the best idea. Aerostar saying he's not going to shake the hand. Drago going for that handshake. He's insistent. Drago. No! Oh my goodness. Just a kick to the guts. It doesn't matter how fast you are. A kick to the ribs will stop anybody in their tracks. If you can't breathe, you can't fly, Alan. The ultimate sign of disrespect now is it looks like Drago's going for the mask of Aerostar.
Yeah, he seems to be dropping all pretense of friendly competition at this point. They come in here for a showcase match, but Drago's decided, no, you know what? I want this one. I'm taking this.
Just tearing at the mask here. That's sacrilege in the Lucha Libre tradition. Aerostar fighting here, just trying to keep that mask on. My goodness, hangs him up now.
Obviously in Mexico, it's not just a sign of disrespect, that would be a disqualification. But we're not in Mexico, and Drago seems to be adapting to the North American rule set a little bit faster, possibly.
Yeah, and it feels like Drago's a little more comfortable with manipulating those rules, with those kicks to the so-called inner thigh, pulling at the mask, doing things that he couldn't get away with if he was in Mexico at this time. Interesting to note as well that Drago's mask doesn't really allow for removal, as it appears to almost be part of his costume there, more so than Aerostar's, which is more of a traditional luchador mask. Aerostar, oh my goodness, just starting to create a little bit of buzz here. And the speed and agility on display here as Aerostar drops Drago down, 2 knees to the back, and all of a sudden, just like that, the 619 out of nowhere. Aerostar up to the top ropes now, massive twisting body attack, and here we go, Lucha Libre at its finest.
Absolutely
Aerostar,
incredible.
Big Rana there, and Aerostar firmly in control as Drago heads to the floor, but he should know better. That's not a safe space as Aerostar flies through the middle rope and makes sure to catch his opponent on the way down. Unbelievable display of Lucha Libre here. This international flavor that Smash Wrestling brings, whether it's the TNT champion, Mr. Crowley, whether it's Shigehiro, Irie, or our friends from AAA. You're going to get it all with Smash Wrestling at the London Music Hall. Aerostar now sends Drago back into the ring. The only place he can get a win here. Looks like he's heading up to the high rent district. Drago just stops all momentum there, takes the rope out from underneath Aerostar. Drago letting the fans get into his head a little bit here as he travels in. Aerostar just rolling. Rolls off the back of Aerostar now. Drago with a knee to the head. Standing switch. Drago up to the top. From the middle rope now. Whoa, a massive code breaker out from the middle rope. Nobody saw that coming. Aerostar is in trouble.
Aerostar keeps building momentum, and Drago keeps cutting it off.
Get in there.
Now it's interesting to note as well, Alan, and we've talked about it in the past, the ropes on the Smash Wrestling ring are traditional rope, which have a little less give, or a little more give to them than your standard cable ropes, but just like that, Aerostar comes in with a code breaker of his own. Drago is staggered, drop kick gets him off his feet. It's a lot more difficult to get height when you've got traditional wrestling ring ropes as opposed to cables. Oh my goodness, pops Aerostar up at 2 feet right to the mush, and then a drop kick into the corner. Drago now pulls his opponent out. Aerostar could be out. Aerostar just getting that shoulder up there as Drago was going for a bit of an unconventional pin. It was almost a figure 4 pin. Drago now signaling that he's headed to the top rope. Aerostar stops that momentum in its tracks now. Massive chops Aerostar reminding Drago he's still here as he goes up to the top. Are we going to see it? Aerostar with a big Rana sends Drago flying. He's going to look to wrap things up here as he gets Aerostar, gets Drago into position. Out to the apron. Aerostar loves using that middle rope as a springboard.
The springboard splash, Aerostar's very well known for it. And what's he going to go for now?
Middle.
Twisting
oh
splash.
My goodness. Nobody in the pool on that one though, Alan. Magistral and at the last minute there, Drago. Aerostar able to get out of that pinning combination. Now Drago with a massive tie-up here on Aerostar. Everything is tied up except Aerostar's legs, but he gets to the ropes immediately and is able to break.
Perhaps a little closer than he wanted to be on that, Drago.
Aerostar asking for the London Music Hall, asking for their support. Drago just showing that disrespect again. He's not here to make friends. He's not here to worry about any sort of past rivalries. He's here to make a statement. These men just firing at each other now. Oh, and Aerostar follows Drago in. Doesn't give him any chance to get a little bit of distance, but eats a boot for his troubles. And a pop-up into a powerbomb. This could be it. 1, 2, no. Aerostar just gets those shoulders up at the last minute. Forearms from Aerostar there, showing the wear of this matchup. Up to the top ropes and a trust fall. Aerostar gets all of that one. 2. Drago just kicks out. What's it going to take? Aerostar now just booting away at Drago, showing a little bit of that disrespect. My goodness. Both men creating that distance now. Double clothesline. And both men are down. The exhaustion starting to set in. Now, something to keep in mind here too, Alan, is the colder climate of Canada is something that these luchadors not used to, and it does constrict the lungs, so it can take away the breath. Aerostar rolls through. 2. Kick out there. Aerostar creates that distance. Into a cutter out of nowhere. This could be it. Aerostar got the cover. 2 out of nowhere, but Drago. I can't believe Drago got out of that one.
That setup just out of nowhere.
Ooh, multiple kicks to the torso, the knee. Oh my goodness! Almost a spinning blockbuster. Rolls through into a cover. He's got the shoulders too. Nothing to kick out with, and Drago picks up the victory here.
What a pin. Ties him up in knots, gives him nowhere to go. Can't move the shoulders, can't move the legs.
If you've got nothing to kick out with, there's no way to kick out. Drago had a hand on everything and was able to pick up the victory in this phenomenal Lucha Libre showcase match.
Absolutely incredible. I really hope that this partnership can continue. We can get some more luchadors in this. That was insane.
Absolutely, there's no way that that match is the last that we see of the stars of AAA and Smash Wrestling rings. And the London Music Hall showing their appreciation, the luchadors showing respect for one another at the end of the day. And a standing ovation from the London Music Hall after that amazing display between Drago and Aerostar.
You guys literally pay money to come and see some clown. Some guy that does bad stand-up. You listen to me, you idiot. Listen to me right now. If you don't reverse this contract, I'm going to knock you the hell out in front of all these people. You amend it right now so that I can beat the brakes off of this clown.
All right, now. Kevin Bennett asking litigator Luke to nullify the contract. And the championship match is back on for any given Sunday. January 29th. Now.
So what do you say, Mike? You got any last words? I got 7 words. Who wants to see a body slam?
Let's do it! This is Bedlam! This is a Pier 6 brawl! WXW and Psycho Mike versus Kevin Bennett and his entourage. This is insanity at its finest. My goodness, WXW and Psycho Mike have joined forces. Psycho Mike's got him up! Oh my God! Oh, litigator Luke pulls Kevin Bennett out of there. There is no way we can send these people home without a body slam.
Kevin, I already lost to one bitch in my career, and I ain't gonna do it again. Any given Sunday, cover your ears if you don't want to hear the spoilers. Get ready to call me champ.
Well, here we go. It is main event time. The Smash Wrestling Championship will be on the line, and is it time for Kevin Bennett to finally pay for everything that he's been put through. He's put Psycho Mike through, I should say.
Mike looking like he's in the best shape of his life. It's all fun and games for Psycho Mike, but he is ready for this match.
Arguably one of the most popular competitors on the Smash Wrestling roster. Psycho Mike always entertains no matter where he is, but he's a massive favorite of the London Music Hall here, in phenomenal condition. You are right, Alan. Now, Kevin Bennett has been champion for a very long time. The question becomes, is this Psycho Mike's day? And here he comes for all of the adulation and love that Psycho Mike gets from the London Music Hall. The absolute opposite can be said about Smash Wrestling's champion Kevin Bennett, who comes to the ring flanked by his cronies. Say what you will about Kevin Bennett, and I will say a lot of things about him. I've got lots of choice words for the champion, but he gets it done in the ring. Although the people he surrounds himself with, especially the slimy weasels like Litigator Luke, not doing him any favors, as Kevin Bennett also looking to be in phenomenal shape. absolute vitriol being spewed by the London Music Hall towards Kevin Bennett here is on a different level. Psycho Mike, he's got to be ready for what the Kevin Bennett experience has to offer here.
He talks a lot, he complains a lot about not getting the respect that he deserves, but Bennett is one of these people that he seems to shine the brightest when he's got the whole crowd against him. It's like he needs to prove someone wrong.
It is your main event of the evening. And it is for the Smash Wrestling Championship. Introducing first in the corner to my right, the challenger. From Psychoville, weighing in at 235 pounds, Psycho Mike!
Psycho Mike got his wrestler stance ready to go there.
Well, I guess we know who the crowd's cheering for.
And his opponent, in the corner to my left.
My goodness.
Weighing tonight at 521 hertz. He is the reigning and defending Smash Wrestling Champion. The remix of professional wrestling,
The most hated man anywhere he goes, Alan, and we saw the sign, if Mike loses, we riot. I worry that actually could happen with this London Music Hall crowd.
Yeah, an absolute standing room only sellout, and they're here to see him get his ass kicked.
Now we talk about big fight feel on a crowd, on a match, on a card that has massive fights all across it. This is undoubtedly the biggest. It's Kevin Bennett not even letting the referee hand off the Smash Wrestling Championship. The bell has rung. We are underway here. This crowd is in a fever pitch. Psycho Mike toying with Kevin Bennett to start here.
And you can see from that angle slightly, there's Bennett has people surrounding the ring here. Like, Mike is not in a one-on-one contest in the traditional sense.
Now, Kevin Bennett is no stranger to the London Music Hall and the audiences that come to the London Music Hall, so it may be a smart move for him to have some personal security in-house there. But Psycho Mike going for that body slam right off the bat here. Kevin Bennett firmly planted in that ring post. Now, Kevin Bennett, he said that the goal of this match is to squash what he considers comedy wrestling, but he needs to realize that under all of the shenanigans and the body slams and everything else, there's a very capable professional wrestler in Psycho Mike.
And make no mistake about it, we're getting our audio from that camera at ringside, and Bennett has one of his cronies right there cheering into it. This is a very one-sided crowd.
That's the only one that you'll hear cheering for Kevin Bennett. There's no love for Kevin Bennett or any of his goons in the London Music Hall. Psycho Mike now.
There's like one drunk guy by the hard cam, and that's it, I think.
There's always got to be one contrarian, doesn't there?
And here we go. We told them, this is like you said, this ring is surrounded by these guys.
Psycho Mike keeps getting interrupted here. He just wants to ask the people a question. Alan, I think it's safe to say the crowd at the London Music Hall wants to see a body slam, but instead they got a boot to the noggin. Big cross body here. Uh-oh. Kevin Bennett's stuck. This is a no man's land situation. The body slam is already halfway complete. And a body slam, Kevin Bennett on to the experience. My goodness, the only thing harder than a Psycho Mike body slam is a Psycho Mike body slam to the outside of the ring.
He's taking out his goons, and it's a good thing that they were there. I could have gone terribly for Kevin Bennett there.
Looks like Psycho Mike is gonna fly here. Oh no! Oh no! Is Psycho Mike, is that a Charlie horse? Did he tear something?
Came down wrong on that knee.
Oh, hold on here. We've seen this before. Psycho Mike calling a stand-in, who is now on the top rope. Psycho Mike Jr. taking out the Kevin Bennett experience. I'm not sure what the protocol is here as the cold spray on the knee. I'm not sure the referee's sure how to call that.
I guess the show must go on.
I mean, he's wearing Psycho Mike tights. Maybe he was registered. Psycho Mike over the top and takes everybody down. And now Psycho Mike coming to say hello to the hard cam, making sure to get the people at home involved. Classic Psycho Mike fans, their signs are backwards, so it says, "We Riot, Mike loses." Kevin Bennett knows what happens if he gets his head bounced off that apron. He's trying everything he can to avoid that. Uh-oh, Kevin Bennett. He doesn't want to get into this game with Psycho Mike because Psycho Mike knows all the tricks.
And the referee, I don't know what's going on here. Like, he's so far behind him, and hang on, let him Mike go.
Why do we always end up saying something similar to "Where did Psycho Mike go?" Did Sweet Lou just look up for Psycho Mike?
I mean, you never know, right?
Kevin Bennett seems to think he's under the ring. We've begun a search party for Psycho Mike. Hang on here, that topless fan seems to have an idea of where Psycho Mike could be. Kevin Bennett, he's looking. He's got the whole experience looking for Psycho Mike.
How do I lose someone from a match?
That's an excellent question. The referee saying, how do you lose someone in a match? Psycho Mike's a master of disguise. He could be absolutely anywhere right now, Alan. Alan, I am befuddled. I don't know. Could Psycho Mike be under the ring?
I feel like he may have the same vision problems that Kevin Bennett's having at the moment. I'm gonna be straight up to you, Casey.
Oh, they found him. Uh-oh. This isn't... Wait, that's not the real Psycho Mike. This isn't a good thing. Wait a minute, Alan, hold on. That topless fan with the green hat, that's Psycho Mike.
It took you seeing the tights, did it?
I don't think Kevin Bennett's clued in.
The tights. Bennett didn't notice it.
Now, I know a thing or two about secret identities, Alan, but this is ridiculous. And he rips the poster. Come on.
This poor young lady's had their night completely ruined.
Oh my God, Kevin Bennett is just clued in. You're in trouble now, Kevin. Psycho Mike has removed the glasses And a big pump kick on the floor. We need to get this match back in the ring and get some semblance of sanity here.
And that's got to be a mistake on Luke's part.
I mean,
you're a lawyer, you're not a fighter.
There's no way that strike even closely managed to damage anything. And now Psycho Mike just slamming Litigator Luke's head repeatedly, knocking all the law knowledge out of his brains. Kevin Bennett just kind of letting it happen. And here comes the stand-in once again. Psycho Mike has business to take care of, so on the other side of the ring, Litigator Luke just getting his brains mashed. And now we've got dueling head mashes here. Alan, I feel like I say this in every Psycho Mike match, but this is the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
We talked earlier about Charles Crowley and his, you cannot plan for it, you never know what he's thinking. And Psycho Mike is, not only Psycho Mike the cut of the same cloth, but there's two of them now. Got a doink and dink situation going on.
Well, 1.5, I would say. Sweet Lou now, big Sweet Lou, falls victim to a body slam. I don't know that guy's name, but it doesn't matter as he gets body slammed onto Sweet Lou. And Kevin Bennett comes in now and takes them all out. Body slams for everyone. Wait a minute. And Mike Jr. on top of everybody. Psycho Mike now on the top of the... Okay, Psycho Mike on the top rope is a scary prospect, but across 3 men, massive splash. 1. And they all kicked out.
I mean, only one of them had to kick out.
And he was the only one who kicked out the weakest of the 3. So thankful for the Kevin Bennett experience. I'm sure the Smash Wrestling champion is right now. Psycho Mike is on a roll. Kevin Bennett has been through the ringer.
I mean, he wouldn't run with that entourage if it didn't serve its purpose. If you remember, that's the whole reason that Kevin Bennett won the championship. He literally had like 20 people swarming the ring and taking out Ty.
Oh my goodness. And Kevin Bennett, he claims that he does it all by himself, but he never does, and he's so oblivious to it. It's almost as if he's living in this own fantasy world of his. Now you see the Kevin Bennett experience just swarming here. And the referee needs to get some semblance of control here. Litigator Luke now back up to his feet. That seems like it was more of a embarrassment punch than a damaging punch from Litigator Luke there. I don't think that would have squashed a flea, but uh-oh. We've got a problem on our hands here. Oh, come on now. There's no need for all of this.
I feel like everything has gotten to Bennett. He seems to be acting like he's not in a championship match here.
He's not taking any of this seriously, and the London Music Hall is getting behind Mini Mike, but Kevin Bennett here is not playing any more games, as this poor little fella, he's in a bad spot at this point.
Let's go, yeah!
Oh my goodness! And Psycho Mike Jr., Mini Mike, whatever you want to call him, he's just a stain on the canvas now, but Kevin Bennett needs to know that's not the real Psycho Mike. He cannot pin that tiny little man. The crowd at the London Music Hall here is now apoplectic, as they want to see Psycho Mike as Smash Wrestling champion. There's no doubt about that, but with the amount that's been going on in this match, Kevin Bennett now looks like he's going to be going for that remix splash. And he nails it there. Kevin Bennett looking super arrogant here. Psycho Mike has been through the ringer. He's had to deal with 4 men tonight.
Yeah, Bennett's wrestling like this is a foregone conclusion. I don't think anyone should ever count Psycho Mike out until they get the pinfall out.
The problem with Psycho Mike is that he's both Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. So you want to count him out sometimes, and then there are other times when you realize that he's already 3 steps ahead of you. Kevin Bennett just ditches him to the floor here. Now the referee needs to keep an eye on these goons at ringside, as once again, Psycho Mike is being triple teamed. Smash Wrestling Management needs to do something about this.
Kevin Bennett thinks it is though.
Well, Litigator Luke, literally, he couldn't beat an egg. So at this point, him constantly hitting Psycho Mike with everything he's got is really probably doing more damage to Luke than it is to Mike. Cover 1. No, Psycho Mike doesn't even get a 2 count there. Lots left in the tank. Kevin Bennett now just looking so arrogant, but Psycho Mike throws hands. Shots to the breadbasket there. Psycho Mike still got life left. The London Music Hall cheering him on here. But Kevin Bennett gets him into a single leg crab on that already damaged leg. Could this be too much for Psycho Mike? Are the London Music Hall fans going to be able to will him to the championship, or is he going to have to tap out here and live to fight another day? Kevin Bennett sitting low on that crab as well. He's got all his weight on Psycho Mike's lower back, so not only is the knee getting the torsion, but also his lower back. Psycho Mike gets to the ropes and forces the break. Kevin Bennett here going to use as much of the time as possible as he pulls Psycho Mike back to the center of the ring. Psycho Mike sending a boot right into the face of Kevin Bennett here.
Fighting off the champion.
How much damage has been done to that knee?
Yeah, every time Mike gets himself into a better position, struggling to keep the motivation, that's going to help.
Massive spine buster. Now Psycho Mike needs to build some momentum here after the damage he's taken. That spine buster, it's a good step 1, but he needs to keep going. He's got the cold spray. He's fighting off the experience. Psycho Mike is doing everything he can here. The cold spray seems to have worked as Psycho Mike's back up and running. Massive body tackles in the corner. Kevin Bennett, 3 in a row, tries to follow Mike in, misses, big boot. This could be it. Psycho Mike sends Kevin to the corner, big line, inside out. Is this Psycho Mike's time? He needs to capitalize. Stop focusing on the hard cam, Mike. Pin the man.
The London Music Hall really loud here. Coming unglued for Psycho Mike. Kevin Bennett looks like he just wants to get out of there. It's on Dream Street.
And the body slam is requested. The body slam is completed. We're going for stereo body slams. The London Music Hall getting their fill of body slams tonight. Not the time to pause, not the time to posture, Mike. Get that last body slam in. Here we go. 1, 2, new champ. No, Kevin Bennett kicks out at the very last second. This crowd is at a fever pitch right now, Alan.
They couldn't believe it. I'm a little in shock myself.
This has got to be the time. There you see it again. If Mike loses, the London Music Hall may riot. I don't want to see that. I love this venue. So please, Psycho Mike, get the job done. You try to remain impartial in this position, Alan, but when the crowd is at a fever pitch like this, when they're threatening a riot, you want to see a new Smash Wrestling champion. We've got a Fisherman's... No! Kevin Bennett rolls through. Hold on here. 2. Psycho Mike hangs on. He's got him up. Wait, Kevin Bennett slips behind here. Enziguri catches Mike on the ear. Rolls through with the remix. Hangs on. And, oh my goodness, Kevin Bennett is on a roll here. And he kicks out, my goodness. Kevin Bennett cannot believe that Psycho Mike was able to kick out of that.
Bennett looks like he's in tears.
Wouldn't you be? The London Music Hall is on their feet in unison, rallying Psycho Mike. It's that perfect storm of hatred for Bennett and love for Psycho Mike that is rallying to get this new Smash Wrestling champion on his feet. Kevin Bennett went for a field goal there. And a German suplex by Mike. Here we go. Could this be the closing salvo? As Psycho Mike, is he going for that spinning axe kick? There it is, he misses. Kevin Bennett kicks the knee out though.
Going for a remix again.
Oh, and Psycho Mike gets the knees up. 2 knees right to the breadbasket. Center of the ring, Fisherman's driver. Could this be it? Psycho Mike 2. No, oh my goodness.
Cannot believe that Bennett just kicked out.
Neither can London, Ontario. The music hall thought that was it. And you almost heard the air come out of the room with that one, Alan.
Both men struggling here. Just trying to find that missing piece of the puzzle to put the other away.
It's not even about 2nd or 3rd gear anymore. It's about 4th, 5th, 6th gear. As we're deep into this match, there's been lots to see. But at the end of the day, these men have been through a war. The London Music Hall is growing much more rowdy as this match rolls on. Psycho Mike has Kevin Bennett in the corner here. Both men throwing what they have left. Could we be seeing a superplex here? Kevin Bennett doing everything he can to fight out of this. And he's just biting Psycho Mike. My goodness. When's the last time you saw Kevin Bennett so desperate he bit a man? Pump kick to the side of the head. Psycho Mike up on the middle rope now. Psycho Mike to the top. Massive run off the top rope. This could be it. Boom! There it is. That needs to be the closing shot. 1, 2. No! Kevin Bennett kicks out again. Unbelievable. What is it going to take? Credit to Kevin Bennett for hanging in this match, but Psycho Mike has thrown everything he has at this match. He needs to dig deeper, get this done, as Kevin Bennett is right there. Oh, come on. More of the same here. Litigator Luke coming in out of nowhere. The referee needs to send him to the back. Get him out of here.
Doing absolutely anything that he can. The referee's clocked it. He sees Bennett with the championship.
If Bennett hits him with the championship, that's a sure disqualification. Oh my goodness, Luke almost took the... Oh my God, Litigator Luke gets a much-deserved boot in the face. Kevin Bennett on his feet, though. Sends in Psycho Mike. Mike gets a leg up. Uh-oh, Psycho Mike jumps over Bennett. Looks like he tweaked the knee. Oh my God, off the top with a massive cutter. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Kevin Bennett has won. Alan, I am in absolute shock, as is everyone at the London Music Hall. It sounds like a hornet's nest in here as Kevin Bennett somehow has stolen another victory from Psycho Mike, and this crowd is not pleased.
They have a right to be frustrated. That was dirty tactics from bell to bell. That said, Kevin Bennett, multiple times, this guy continues to be impressive in the ring. He kicked out of legitimate offense. He took the best that Mike had to give it.
I mean, credit where it's due. Kevin Bennett absolutely has the ability. Now let's hear from the champ.
I can't believe it. You guys all really thought he was going to beat me.
The crowd could not be less happy to hear from Kevin Bennett right now.
I exposed the comedy wrestler for not being a real wrestler. He can't compete with a real professional like me. You know what the great is, though? The great thing is that enough, shut your damn mouth, enough.
What's this now?
I'm specifically talking to you, but more importantly to you, Luke. We've had this conversation. I don't want to be out here. I want to be back to doing what I do best, and that's run the ship. Just as you should be doing what you do best, and that's litigate and read the fine print.
That's Sebastian Suave.
You're so obsessed with Psycho Mike for tonight, you did not read the fine print. It stated that if you interfered in tonight's match, Luke, you're fired.
Oh my goodness, Litigator Luke has been fired!
Sebastian Suave Smash Management laying down the law.
I'm last, because you know what, Luke? Karma is a real you-know-what. You want to stick around? It states that if you don't want to be fired, you get in that ring one-on-one with Psycho Mike in a match of his choosing. I repeat, in a match of his choosing.
Oh my God.
Are you fired? Are you sticking around, Luke? You seem to love the job.
Luke wants to be fired.
No, that's not how this is gonna go. Get up, you idiot! Get up, you idiot!
I mean, I don't blame him. You want to fit in the ring with Psycho Mike at
You
this
are my
point?
lawyer. You are my lawyer. You don't just quit like that. No. Do you see me? Look at me and the difference between me and this clown Mike Rollins. I have a championship. I'm a champion. Not even just here. I'm a champion in multiple different places. Stop the bickering. You're gonna listen to me. Kevin, shut your mouth for once.
Oh my goodness.
You guys want to keep bickering? Let's make this nice and simple. March 12th is a big damn day. Not just here in Canada, but all around the world. Because on March 12th, not only are we going to rock one of the best damn Canadian shows in the London Music Hall, but our friends at WXW hold one of the biggest annual tournaments in professional wrestling, 16 karat gold. And they've asked to have a Smash Wrestling representative, and someone who's damn earned it is Psycho Mike!
Wow, Psycho Mike in the WXW 16 karat gold tournament?
Proudly represents us on March 12th. Hey Luke, think on it, because March 12th is officially your deadline. That's the contract signing day. You either sign that contract and get in this ring with this man in a match of his choosing, or pal, your ass is fired.
So there it is. Litigator Luke has until March 12th to figure out what he's going to do. Is he going to take on Psycho Mike in one-on-one competition in a match of Mike's choosing? Or is he going to be gone for good?
Mike may not have won the match, but it's a happy ending for London here with Luke on his knees to cry.
Always a sight to see.
And that show March 12th is going to be a big one. We've got the return of Alex Shelley, the return of Mike Bailey. Not to mention Nikita back in action.
Lots to see. Thanks for joining us today. For Alan Taylor, I'm Casey Andrews. Have a great evening.